I'm going to start off by telling you guys, I've only been driving for probably about 6 years officially. And when you first get your driver's license, you tend to play wild and free, right? So I'm coming back from Georgia. I live in Kansas. I'm coming back from Georgia. And the speed limit on this particular highway was about 60, 65. So I was only going like 110, 115, give or take. And I end up crossing into this town. I say town, it wasn't really a town. It was more like a social gathering. It had a post office, a gas station, and 2 houses with old white dudes sitting on the porch arguing over whether or not black people deserve rights. And as I'm coming up the hill, the speed limit drops from 60 to 30. And I go flying past this place at 110. And all of a sudden behind me, I see, woo! So I quickly contemplate running away from the cops and having my very first high-speed chase. But I decide against it, and I let him pull me over. Cop walks up to the window, and he goes, "License and registration, please." So I hand it to him. He looks at my ID, and he goes, "Mr. Kaisher, do you know how fast you were going?" I looked this cop dead in the eye and I said, "Well, obviously not fast enough because you caught me." And I'm laughing and he's not laughing. So he walks back to his car. He says, "I'll be right back." The thing you got to know about me is that I'm a bitch. All right. I'm a bit. I cry over everything, bro. I stub my toe. I cry. I go to sleep at night. I cry. I burn popcorn. I cry. So as soon as he starts walking away, I'm like, I'm thinking about calling my girlfriend at the time. I'm sitting here. I'm like, she's gonna break up with me. I'm gonna go to jail. My whole life's ruined, bro. I'm barely 23 years old. I just got my driver's license. The cop walks up to the window. He hands me back my stuff, and he goes, "Well, since you're not from around here, I'm gonna give you a warning." And I said, "Oh, thank you. Thank God." And he goes, "And I'm going to give you this ticket." So it turns out that the ticket was for this town, which was 5 hours away. I didn't pay the ticket. I forgot about it. 6 months passes. I'm driving out of town, and I get to this gas station. So this gas station's off the side of the road. In order to get into this gas station, you have to go down the block and turn into this little alleyway. The alleyway leads down into another road that actually enters into the gas station because, God forbid, we build fucking entrances on the main road where the gas station sits. So I go and get gas, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I recognize that I cannot find my way out of this place. I cannot, for the life of me, find this tiny road that leads out of the gas station. So I'm circling this bitch for 45 minutes. As I finally find the exit to this place, I'm pulling out, and what happens? Woo! Cop pulls me over. He gets out of his car and he walks up. "License and registration?" So I hand it to him. And he says, "Mr. Kaisher." That's not my fucking name, but we'll go with it. Says, "Mr. Kaisher, do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "I don't know. I was probably going about 20, 25 miles an hour around that gas station. That's pretty fast." He goes, "All right, smart ass, calm down." I said, "I pulled you over because you were circling for a long time there, and that looked pretty suspicious." I said, "Yeah?" He said, "Yeah." And he leans in my window and he goes, "So do you have any things I should know about?" I said, "Yeah, officer, I got 3 dead bodies in the trunk, bro. I was just on my way to bury them." 25 minutes later, I'm handcuffed on the curb. There's 3 canine units and the supervisor of the police there. They are searching my car. They're tearing it inside out. They've cut the fucking seats open. They are desperate to find anything. Supervisor walks up and says, "So, you told my officer you had 3 dead bodies in the trunk." I said, "Look, boss, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm a stand-up comedian. I was just making a joke. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I just want to go home." Supervisor says, "We'll let you go home." I said, "Great." He says, "After you pay the ticket for the podunk town that you got stopped in 6 months ago." So I had to give this cop my fucking credit card information, so they could take $300 out for a speeding ticket I forgot I even fucking had.